Today, of course, as we all know by now, is not only the second Sunday after Pentecost, but today is being observed as Father's Day. Father's Day. And today we have as our speaker one of our own in the person of Mr. Franon Wilson, and we are delighted that he consented to give the Father's Day address. So we welcome him now to come and do so.
Good morning, church family. I have been asked to speak about what fatherhood means to me. On this topic, I could speak for a long time, but I know crab and rice have to be cooked, so I won't talk for that long. I know what my views on fatherhood are, but I was curious when I was asked to speak whether my views and the general views of fatherhood are one and the same. I went to the all-knowing and the source for all information, Google. If you search the definition of father in Google, it says noun, a man in relation to his child or children, and verb, cause of pregnancy resulting in birth of a child. There are people in our country whose father fits that second definition. We need to continue to pray for everyone in that group. When you scroll down under the definition of father on the Google search, it says, what makes a father a dad? The answer is, and I quote, a dad's role is to be there for their children in every way they need their dad. A dad's role is to provide loving, caring support that helps the child flourish as they grow into a mentally healthy, stable adulthood. Google's definition of a dad's role is what fatherhood means to me. Let's break that definition down in parts. The first part of the sentence says, a dad's role is to be there for their children. Note, the definition didn't give an exact location. It said to be there. I take that to mean be everywhere. The big things like weddings, graduation, and small things like picking fruits off a tree. Actually, it doesn't even have to be physically in the same space. If you were working on something for your child, and they are nowhere around or to be seen, that still is being there. It's about prioritizing your time so that your child gains the confidence to know that no matter what, you are there for them. Let's look at the second part of the first sentence. The first sentence says, a dad's role is to be there for their children in every way they need their dad. I am not sure if I've ever seen a broader description. In every way they need their dad. The fact that this description is so broad speaks to the fact that it's impossible to list the ways a child needs their father. Two examples of how dads are needed would be, one, leading by example, not only how to treat their children, but also how to treat their mother and how all women should be respected. Also, listening. It's through listening we put ourselves in the best position to help. For our children, everything is new. As fathers, we have seen a lot, and through these experiences, are in a good position to give advice. That is especially true with boys who will one day be men and fathers. Another part of this sentence I would like to highlight is the word need. Fathers or father figures are needed. While we celebrate Father's Day, we have to salute the grandfathers, uncles, godfathers, and every other man that fills in for the father who hasn't figured out what his role should be. The second sentence stated, a dad's role is to provide loving, caring support that helps the child flourish as they grow into a mentally healthy, stable adulthood. The first thing that jumps out at me is the fact that the quote didn't say a dad's role is to provide, full stop. I take that to mean it's not all about the money. It's about loving and caring. In other words, to pick them up when they fall, to laugh with them, to cry with them, to sacrifice for them, and so on. All of this for the ultimate goal of helping the child to flourish as they grow into a mentally healthy, stable adulthood. If I could add one sentence to Google's definition, it would be a father's role is to pray for his children. Those prayers start before birth. Some version of, Lord, please bring this baby into the world safely, may have been the first prayer, but they have been followed by daily prayers ever since. Prayers to keep you safe. Prayers that the Lord doesn't allow anyone into your life that will try to pull you down. The most frequent prayer is that you develop your own relationship with our Lord. It's through that relationship that even when we are no longer here, we can rest peacefully because we know that when the devil gets busy, our children have the shield and the sword. Fathers, today is our day, our one day. Let's thank Christ Church Cathedral for the recognition and anyone else that does anything special for us today. We don't do what we do for fanfare, but it's truly appreciated. Happy Father's Day.